Are you struggling to see results from your digital marketing? So many small business owners pour time, effort, and budget into marketing without a clear strategy, which leads to low conversions, wasted ad spend, and frustratingly low growth. And if you're unsure whether your marketing is effective or if you're leaving money on the table, then this episode's for you. Hello and welcome to another episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'm your host, Jennie Lyon, and today I want to dig into an interactive digital marketing audit that will help you identify gaps in your website, your email marketing, your social media, your SEO, and so much more. Let's jump into it. Your website is your digital storefront, but if it's not optimized, then you could be losing leads and sales without even knowing it. So first things first, you have to audit your website for what I call red flags. So the first is high bounce rate. This is when visitors leave your website without taking any type of action. And no clear calls to action, that's the second, which means that you're not guiding your visitors anywhere. You're not guiding them to book, to buy something, to subscribe. The third is, this is one I see a lot, slow load times. Google really does rank slower websites lower down on the list. And the last is no mobile optimization. So we see 60% of users browse on their phones, but you would be surprised at how many people have not checked to see if their website is mobile optimized. So how do we fix these things? These are issues that we really want to fix because it's going to increase conversions. So the first is to do a simple speed optimization. There are a million free tests out there. You could use something like Google Page Speed Insights, one of those type of tools that can optimize slow loading pages. The next is to optimize your lead capture forms. So if you add a lead magnet like a free checklist or an ebook on your website, just make sure that your lead capture forms are optimized. And the last is SEO friendly calls to action. This way you can ensure that every single page on your website has really keyword rich calls to action. So instead of just sign up, we're looking for things like download your free guide or schedule your free consultation. Make sure they're very optimized. And last but not least, our internal links. So these are links that are related to pages that are going to improve the user navigation in SEO. So for example, if you're talking about copywriting services and maybe a blog, make sure that you are internally linking to maybe your website copywriting services page. So here's a pro tip. Your homepage should clearly explain what you do, how you do it, how you help the people that you do these things for, and what's in it for your visitor. They really need to be able to understand within 5 seconds exactly that, who you are, what you do, and how what you're going to do is going to help them. You don't want the visitors to click away, so make sure that they understand exactly who you are within those 5 seconds. Next up is social media. So are you reaching the right audience when it comes to social media? Social media really should drive engagement and sales. But if you don't have a strategy, then social media definitely can feel like you're kind of shouting into a void. So here's the things that we audit for when we're looking for mistakes that people are making in social media. So we audit for engagement. If we see low engagement, like few likes or shares or comments, that's a red flag. Followers who never convert into paying customers, we see that a lot. And inconsistent posting, this is a huge one, or lack of valuable content. So if we're looking at those types of things, we want to think about how can we improve your overall social media strategy. So we're looking at things like hashtags and keywords. We want to make sure that we're researching trending terms within your niche. So you can use a lot of different free tools for that as well. One that I really like is Hashtagify. So check that one out. Next is you have to make sure that you're posting consistently. We see this a lot where clients will come in and they were posting really consistently, 3 to 5 times a week. They were sharing really engaging, valuable, shareable content, but then they kind of fall off at some point. So just pick a schedule that you can commit to. We do say aim for 3 to 5 times per week and really focus on valuable content that people can share and that people will want to engage with. Next up is you have to engage the audience. And this is something that I really, even in my own business, struggle with, and I can see the difference. When I have more time, I will devote more time to engaging with my audience. So I'm responding to comments, asking questions, starting conversations. But when I'm really busy, like I have been lately, that kind of falls off of my list. And that's something that I don't want you guys to do. So make sure, pick a certain amount of time that you can commit to each day to hop into your accounts and do just that. Respond to the comments, ask the questions, start the conversations. It really does make a difference. So here's another pro tip. Quality engagement matters way more than vanity metrics do. So even if you have a smaller but engaged audience, that is definitely more valuable than thousands and thousands of passive followers. So if you need help with social media marketing, then please reach out. You can always schedule a free call with my team, and I have a great team of social media experts that can really jump in and help you with the strategy there. Okay, next up is email marketing. So this is where we look at, are your subscribers actually buying? So an email list is really, at least it should be, a high converting marketing tool, but only if you're nurturing that list correctly. So when you go through and you audit your email marketing system, these are the problems that you should be looking for. Are your open rates low? Are they below 20%? If so, that's a red flag. Do you have automations or follow-up sequences in place? If not, we want to fix that. And your email copy, is it generic? Is it uninspired? We really want your email copy to stand out. So to optimize your email marketing, there's a few things that we always do first. Number one is segment your list. You really want to send targeted emails based on your subscribers' behaviors. That way, everyone's not receiving the same thing. You really are tailoring your content to speak to your ideal client. Next is to personalize your subject lines. So this is something that can increase your open rate significantly by about 26%. So if you're not personalizing your emails, here's your sign to do so. Next is to create and automate a nurture sequence. You should have a nurture sequence of 5 to 7 or more emails that are set up to nurture those new leads that come in. And here's another pro tip for you. If you don't have email sequences in place and you're looking to have some done for you email sequences, then check out our email marketing services. We also have a new high converting email follow-up sequence workbook and template that you can grab at jennylyon.com/email sequence. That is a great one. It's copy, paste, you make a few tweaks, your automations are ready to go. Next up is your SEO. And SEO is something that I think a lot of small business owners just kind of forget about, or don't really understand how important it is. And we want to make sure that you're ranking for the right keywords. So SEO helps to bring in that organic traffic, but only if you're ranking for your high value keywords. You want to make sure that those keywords are the ones that your audience is actually searching for. So when you're looking to audit your SEO strategy, these are the things, the red flags that we're looking for. Is your website showing up on page 1 of Google? If not, let's fix that. And what does your traffic look like? Are you experiencing low organic traffic? Or how about you don't have a content strategy? Maybe you post a blog here or there. Maybe you record a couple podcasts and then you forget, or you don't post your show notes. You need to have a content strategy that's targeting relevant search queries. So how can you do that? How can you optimize your SEO for higher rankings? Well, the first is to do your keyword research. So again, a lot of free tools out there. One that I love is Ubersuggest, where you can use that tool to find low competition but high traffic keywords. You can also do on-page SEO. This is where you go through your website, you optimize all of your title tags, your meta descriptions, your internal links, all of that good stuff. Then there's your content marketing. Are you publishing valuable content on a regular basis? We recommend to all of our clients that you publish at least weekly. So whether that's a blog, whether it's a podcast or a video, make sure that you're posting your content on a regular basis and that your content is SEO focused. So make sure that you have topics that your audience is going to be interested in. So here's one more pro tip. So blogging alone can boost your SEO and your credibility. So this is something that I get asked a lot. I had a client this week ask, is blogging even worth it? Should we even be spending time on that? But it really does make a difference. And we recently did an audit of our clients' content. And, by blogging and using the SEO keywords within the blogs, it really does build that credibility. And with that particular client, over the course of the year, their organic traffic rose by 400%. So I would say that's worth it. Okay, last but not least is your marketing funnel. And do you have a clear customer journey? So if you're creating all of this really great content, you're running ads, maybe you're emailing your email list, you're doing all these things, but you're not seeing conversions, that could mean that your marketing funnel somewhere is broken or it has some sort of a link. So if you're going to take a look at your marketing funnel, these are the red flags that you should really look for. Does your funnel have a clear path from the very first touch point all the way through to conversion? If you're running ads, are your ads running and converting? If you have ads running and they aren't converting, then that's a problem. And is your traffic leading to sales or to bookings or whatever that is that you want your audience to take? What's that call to action? So to build a really high converting funnel, there's different things that you can do to ensure that your marketing funnel is tight without any types of leaks. So the first is to automate that entire nurture sequence. So email that new lead immediately and then continue to nurture them throughout that nurture sequence. If you are running ads or you're thinking about running ads, this is a good time to create a retargeting ad strategy where you can use either Facebook Pixel or Google Ads. You can use these different tools to re-engage people who, for instance, have visited your website. And then, of course, you want to optimize all of your landing pages. Every single landing page that you have should have just one, let me repeat that, just one goal and one clear call to action. So make sure that all of your landing pages are optimized. When it comes to funnels, they really can make your marketing predictable and scalable. So if you don't have a funnel in place, then definitely consider one, because that really is that stepping stone to really making sure that your business is always kind of growing in the background. And then last but not least is to optimize and track and scale. So if you want increased traffic, you want to increase your engagement, of course, we all want increased conversions, then you really have to look at all of these different things and really audit what's working, what's not working, and have a plan in place to fix it. To get you started, I'm going to offer you guys all a free SEO audit. So you can grab that, shoot me an email, shoot it over to my team at hello@jennielyon.com, put free SEO audit in the subject line, and then provide your website address. That's all we need. And we can run a report for you and give you a tangible report that you can use to start auditing your website today. And if you do need help with your overall marketing strategy or any of the things that we talked about today, if you've been thinking, I probably should have my marketing audited, then please reach out and schedule a call with my team. They are standing by, excited to take your calls. You can do so at jennielyon.com/marketing. They'll be happy to hop on and talk about whatever it is that you need to talk about, how you want to grow your business, what that looks like, what are your goals for the next 6 months. We can put a plan together to make sure that this time in 6 months, you are successful. That's what we want to see. Okay, well, that's what I have for you this time on this very fun episode of Digital Marketing Made Simple. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. See you soon.